Whew. Can you imagine running 280 yards up a 1 in 4 gradient with a half hundredweight woolsack on your back? I can tell you, I'm just having a taste of it, and it's agony. But even worse, perhaps, whew, imagine what it must be like running down that hill with this sack on your back. The weight of it pushes you faster and faster and faster until you're out of control. You might lose your legs and come crashing down on the road surface. Well, that is frightening. And that's what Tetbury Woolsack races are all about. Over the last few years, they've established a really fearsome reputation for themselves, and the fittest teams for miles around are putting in their challenges year by year. The other side of the event, of course, is that the town is having a festival. There are medieval costumes, folk singing, Morris dancing, all the fun of the fair. But it's really watching those human pack horses that people come for. That's what we call Agony on Gumstool Hill. It's damp and it's grey on the morning of Spring Bank Holiday Monday.
Oh, it's cold.
I think this jumper looks pretty. How are you doing?
The village pillar.
In the festival committee room, they pull on their medieval wimples and waistcoats, happy in the knowledge that they've done all they can. Rain or shine, the great races will be run.
Put his hat on.
Yes, put my hat on. Sort of dangling from the...
Onto her back.
That's right.
Like that.
Sort of like that.
Yeah? That is?
Noddy. Medieval tough boots.
To put round Pete's
It is the 6th year now that this cliff of a hill in Tetbury has been made such a trial of strength and fitness, although humping sacks of wool up Gumstool Hill may date back to the 17th century. No one really knows. Each year, the identity of the jester is kept secret. He puts a cheerful face on the morning, while the fame of the woolsack races and the medieval fair in the old Gloucestershire town spreads wider.
Take the partners now. Stamp, stamp, and come high. And again.
In the marketplace called the chipping, they form their sixes, circle left, join hands for the double and thread the needle. The children from St Mary's School are the day's first attraction.
Girl is round the boys you go. Stamp, stamp, and clap, clap. Do it again. First couple down the middle now. Second couple to follow. And the last time. Boys round. Woo. Now the girl is round. Last time.
The challenge of the strenuous contests which lie ahead has been heard and accepted by the Welsh, who arrive in a coach from across the Severn Bridge, full of rugby players who have trained for weeks by running up mountains, and they're confident. Ivan Jones, you're obviously full of good spirit from Wales. Where do you all come from?
Crossy Keylog.
What? Say that again?
Crossy Keylog.
I believe you. What are your chances this year, do you think?
Better than last year, straight and unended.
What happened to you before?
Well, we've come very close. We've been up 2 years and we've come very close on 2 occasions, but this year we've trained really hard and we're very, very confident this year.
Yes, and as you just said, Stroud Rugby Club, who've held the title, I think, for 4 years now, haven't entered this year.
No, they've got wind of us training, I think.
You scared them off?
Yeah, I think we frightened them off this year. They got wind of us training.
And here we've got a real little Welsh supporter. Where have you gone with your leek?
It's over there.
There you are, hello. There's two with a Welsh leek. And you reckon you're in a good position to take the title this year then, hey?
First, second and third we have a chance for this year. Triple crown.
Triple crown.
Well, if I give you a kiss, all the boys and girls will laugh at me. Boys and girls, if I give Mr. Punch a kiss, will you promise not to laugh? Yes. All right then, come on, Mr. Pinch. Mr. Punch, one little kiss. Oh, Mr. Punch, you are a naughty boy. Now listen, Mr. Punch, you've had your kiss. I want you to do me a favour. I want you to look after the baby. The baby? Yes, the baby. All right. Do you promise? Yes, I promise. What's that? What's that? It's the baby, isn't it, boys and girls? Isn't it? Yes, Mr. Punch. You did promise to look after the baby? No, I didn't. He did promise, didn't he, boys and girls? No. 1, 2, 3. Oh, dear. Were you hitting the baby again? Really, Mr. Punch? Now listen, boys and girls, if he does it anymore, I should come up with a great big stick and I'll smack it inside the ear hole.
And if you choose Woolsack Day to get married, then of course the jester brings you luck.
Well, is there anything else? Free kiss? Free kiss with every item.
The rain soaks into the hems of ladies' long dresses, but there are still nice things to eat.
All sorts of things. Would you like to come and have a look?
Around the stalls and the sideshows, umbrellas and anoraks blossom like spring flowers. The crowds pack into the narrow streets. Anticipation runs high. The Woolsack races were born in the fertile minds of the festival committee. This year, the money they raise goes to the Tetbury Hospital towards a new operating unit. At the team check-in point is where you get some of the worst details or the best details of some of these teams and some of the men in them. There's a fellow here who is he's been put down as a bouncer for Mothercare, another bearded earring, a county champion at catching the javelin, and one fellow who's a late volunteer. He only entered after he'd received the 15th lash of the whip. So that's how keen they are at entering the Tetbury Woolsack races.
Right.
Now, Mike, what's your job here?
Well, we just book all the runners in, all the teams in, and then we plan the day's racing, or the afternoon's racing from the information that we've got here.
And most of the teams are local, are they? Some coming from farther afield?
Well, the ones furthest afield are from somewhere near Cumbran, a rugby team.
Yeah.
Croesus-Siliog, they enter usually about 2 or 3 teams a year, and they're here again, so they're going to get wet this afternoon. It started off as a bit of a joke, but it's become tougher and tougher each year. Now I think it's very, very competitive. It's very hard, very fast. You've got to be fit to do it. Now I tell them.
Have you ever run in them?
No.
The thing is that this, although everybody's having a great lark here, it is quite a punishing physical challenge, this, isn't it? So you've got to be fit, otherwise you could do yourself a nasty injury, do you think?
Well, no, not really, because we're in it for the laugh, and we'll stop and throw it at someone if we...
So you're not going to die in the attempt, you'll give up first, will you?
And if we can see that we're going to win, there'll be no problem for us, but if we're not going to come anywhere near the winner, we'll stop halfway.
No problem.
No.
Your runners are in position. Right. They're now on amber. They're on green and they're off.
Thank you, Jeremy. Are in the lead again.
The races begin, and they take the form of a relay fought out between two teams at a time, leading up to a final. They run the Woolsacks between two pubs, the Crown at the top of Gumstool Hill and the Royal Oak at the bottom. And the first two opposing runners hurtle down the hill, along a dip, and up a nasty little gradient before the changeover point.
By about 5 yards. I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear myself for the noise.
The spectators lining the hill get a groan-by-groan account of the action from two commentators, one at the top and one at the bottom.
15, 20 yards in it. Stretching to 30 now. Here they come to you, Jeremy.
As the next man from the Welsh A team clears the hump of the 1 in 4 climb on the second leg, the Croesaciliog Cockerels appear to be exerting an early dominance over their local opponents, the Dossers. But will it last?
Right, Jeremy, I've got them now, but a much bigger lead. A very big lead now. I don't know what happened at your end, but it's Croesaciliog coming up here. Oh yes, the 100 yards. I've now picked up the local team, Pascal Stream Dossers. Can you hear the noise? Just changing over now. And a big hand to you English people. On the way back go Croesaciliog, and in come Pascal Stream Dossers.
The record for the course, set by Stroud rugby players last year, is 3 minutes 6.5 seconds. In this race, the Croesaciliog Cockerels came home at 3 minutes 27.5. Slower, but in the wet, a hopeful pointer to the final.
It's over. A great run by Croesaciliog Cockerels, the A team. But we want Pascal but I can assure you, half a hundred way to world. Congratulations on a great run. Well done to another local team. We'll have the times for you shortly.
Young Hugh! We're going to car building society as well. Now, come on, you've got the cameras on you and everything.
It's not that the hospital doctors want to be a wet blanket, but they do put this one to good use, helping to swell the funds. But they're also there to help any collapsing competitors.
We're going to the bar. We're going to the bar.
Croesaciliog number 9 and Tippets in number 10. They're off. And it's Croesaciliog B, the Bantams are.
At last the rain stops, the road starts drying out, but there's many a slip to come.
Tippets in the lead. Over to you.
I've got them, and Croesaciliog Bantams have fallen, Jeremy. They hopefully make it up. But in the lead and that
The fall puts the Welsh B team, the Bantams, behind Tippets in from Stroud.
Another chaos answer to the problem of bouncers.
coming up the hill now, but he's fallen. So it is getting exciting for us. About 20 yards lead now for Tippett in. But tries to carry on and closing quite rapidly. I've got myself in the atmosphere. And here comes Tippett in. They're changing over now. And catching the javelin. It's a handover now, and Phil Ramsey is on his way down. Everyone's going down to him
Pretty good. What happened at the bottom there?
Our lad
Here comes Phil.
felt a sack slipping down his back. And he tried to pull it up and put it right over the top. Otherwise, we'd have been a lot faster. We lost about, 5 or 10 seconds.
But on this occasion, it was still an English victory. It's the halfway stage. Half a dozen comely local lasses, scantily clad for this cold and rain, throw themselves upon the mercy of the rich merchants. It's a slave auction and a welcome change from straining sinews. Cringing under the lash, the helpless, shivering wenches are driven down the hill to be perused and prodded before the sale.
Very much, and if you could clear in front, please, of this blue van in front of the PA van, because we want everybody to have a good go.
Make way for the slaves!
But they must have shed at least a couple of pounds apiece on Gumstool Hill, which might put up the prices.
Lolita. This ravishing young beauty was abducted by white slavers at the tender age of 16 and transported from Cutwell docks to a life of drudgery and abstinence with the monks of Malmesbury Abbey. Free her and you will earn her eternal gratitude, not to mention one or two other things. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you now to start the bidding. £1 to start the bidding here, then. £1 I have, a good gentleman at the back. What, £2 I have, £2. Will you go on now? £2, I'm missing you at the back there, sir. £2, surely worth more than this. £2 I have. £2 10 I have, £2 10. Will you go on now? £2 20. £3 I have. What a gentleman. £3 I have, £3. Will you fill it up now? £3. I'm sure you'll be pleased with this one, sir. £3 I have. £3 4 I have, £4. Fill it up now. Will you go on now? £4.50 surely. £4.50 I have. £4.50. Will you go on now? £4.50 I have. The gentleman now out on my left at £4.50, and I'm missing you, sir. Surely you can't miss it. £5 I have. At £5, what a bargain we have here today then. £5. Surely you've got more than this in your pocket, sir. £5 I have, and I'm selling then at £5. The gentleman in the cab. Thank you very much indeed, sir. I'm sure you'll be pleased. I don't know whether you've got one to exchange, sir, or whether Lot number 2 here, can you ignore the plight of this beautiful young lady? Yes. Spending her days in the cellars of her master's house, shoveling coal from his fires, never seeing the light of day. Can you imagine the extent of her ecstasy on being released from such a life? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there she is, right before your very eyes. Where will we start the bidding on this one then? Surely we've got to start at £5 again for this one.
And as the last wench is knocked down to the highest bidder, the hard labour on Gumstool Hill is about to get underway again. In this race, the third Welsh team, the Croesus Chicks, take on Rotaract. Once again, the Welsh pile it on. All afternoon, those half-hundredweight woolsacks have been soaking up the water, and on that last long 1 in 4 climb, they get heavier and heavier and heavier. The start of the 6th race.
That's a slight balky start for the Lassington men, but he's got off very well now.
The Eagles swoop down Gumstool Hill 30 yards up on the Lassington Oak Morris men, but disaster strikes. It's not just legs that give way this time, the arms just won't lift that sodden sack, and the Morris men dance into a lead they never lose.
Come on, Dawdy! Go, man, go! Come on! Come on!
Come on, Tony, that's the way to do it. On the way back you go already.
Bloody good stuff, well done. Bloody hell, what happened here?
Here come the Eagles B now to make up some. 30-40 on the finish. We've had a few surprises.
And the mighty Oaks from Lassington just cling on to that lead.
Very closely followed by Eagles B.
Gosh.
That's a very good pick-up.
What an odd.
Never thought you were going to make that.
We didn't. I did. He's our best, you can tell.
You've been training. Do you do anything as hard as that in your ordinary life?
Yeah, farm work, not quite as hard as that.
Traffic controls for their sponsorship for the 2nd year running of the 1979 Woolsack races. Their first prize is £150, the second prize is £60, and the third prize is £30.
You're not seriously going to enter this race, are you? Go on then. Let's see you lift up your sack. Is that a special ladies' sack?
No, it's just as heavy as the others.
Oh, come off it.
It is.
It's not, it's lighter.
I bet you could lift that.
Television once a
It's
week,
lighter,
so don't worry about it.
It's lighter than the men's sacks,
No,
I hope, anyway.
oh God, I'm never going to make it.
Have you run the course before?
No, I walked up here once.
Can you lift it? Oh, it's definitely lighter than the men's, isn't
No, it's not actually. We're just really beefy and strong young women, you see.
it? Are you a good runner as well?
Oh, excellent runner, yeah.
Good.
Excellent.
But it's just no contest. Even though their sacks are lighter, despite claims to the contrary, they can't compete against the men. But there were no other girls to run against.
Could we just ask you, what was that like?
It was okay, actually. It wasn't too bad.
Do you think you could have gone faster?
Not really, no. I'm not really very fit. I haven't run for years. I think I need a drink, actually.
We'll give you the finalists in a moment.
How do you feel?
The final.
Please clear the course. We've got 4 teams coming down together. This is the final. With the doctors still well clear, please. They'll be down in a second.
Four finalists charged down the hill. The Larks still hold the best time of the day, and now they're running against the Welsh A-team, the Cockerels, the Sheep Fanciers and Tippett's Inn. The first changeover, and to the delight of the crowd, it's the Tetbury Sheep Fanciers in the lead. At the second changeover at the Crown on top of the hill, it's still the Sheep Fanciers, but the pressure's on. Chasing hard, the Larksman, lying second, plunges down the hill and throws caution to the winds just once too often.
About 30 yards in the lead. It's slightly close.
But incredibly, Larks struggle back. That bruising fall, though, may prove crucial to the race. Crossakilliog Cockerels fight into second place.
Tremendous effort. There's the Sheep Fanciers coming in third.
Hang the first one up and then you just follow the others as you can.
Go on, fire! Go on, go!
Still the Sheep Fanciers hold on, but the Cockerels, 10 yards behind, are gaining. Gasp by gasp, the lead's cut. And emerging over that last agonising brow, the Welsh take over, and the Crossakilliog Cockerels are starting to crow. Amid Welsh hysteria, the Cockerels have proved who rules the roost. The time, 3 minutes, 25.2 seconds. But they still didn't beat the record, which stands until next year. Sheep Fanciers were robbed at the last gasp, and this moment belongs to young Philip Watkins.
Sheep Fanciers were second.
So the Welsh did it then, hey?
Yes, thank goodness.
You came from South Wales and you took on the opposition and beat them.
Yes,
Was it a hard race?
it was. It was hard for everybody.
Which was the worst part on that last leg for you?
About 20 yards to the line, I didn't think I'd do it.
Is that all the training you put in, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. You've got to train you want to do any good, yeah.
What are you going to do now?
Celebrate, I hope.